Welcome to Nihal's Lab Notes channel. In this playlist, we will dive into the world of data cleaning with Python in Jupyter Notebook. In this video, we will explore the art of making Python understand dates, breaking them down into day, month, and year by harnessing the power of data parsing. Let's get started. In this video, we are going to use landslide after rainfall 2007 to 2016 from kaggle. It's a data set that contains, I think, 23 columns here. You can see all about this data set here. So let's download it. Okay. I will put the link in the description below. So let's get our environment set up. The first thing we'll need to do is load in the libraries and datasets we'll be using. I will be working with a dataset that contains information on a landslide that occurred between 2007 and 2016. So let's get started. Let's import first of all pandas, numpy, and seaborn. So let's import numpy as np, then imports pandas as pd, then imports seaborn as sns. So the new thing is that we are going to import dates time. Let's execute it. Okay. Now let's read in our data. So to do this, let's length size equal to pd.csv. Read CSV file. Let's put the path here. Then put the CSV. Change all of this like this. Execute it. Yeah. Now let's set seed for reproducibility. Okay, that sets seed of the do this. Let's use np.random seed of 0. So this is the first step, get our environment set up. Now we are ready to look at some dates. Check the data type of our data column. So the first is we are begin by taking a look at the first 5 rows of the data. To do this, let's use landslides here .add. And as you see here, we have the 5 rows. So this is a column dates. Now we'll be working with the dates column from the landslides data frame. Let's make sure it actually looks like it contains dates. So let's go here and print the 5 few rows of the data column. So do this. Let's print landslide here, copy it and put it here, right here, and we are going to use this column dates .head. And as you see here, so name is date and data type is object. So we have here the first few rows of the data column as you see. So yeah, Those are dates. But just because I'm a human can tell that these are dates doesn't mean that Python knows that they are dates. Notice that are the bottom of the output of head. You can see that it says that the data type of this column is object here. So pandas, if we are go here and looking for this, just comment here, markdown. So you can see here that I'm saying that pandas uses the object data type for storing various types of data types, but most often when you see a column with the data type object, it will have string in it. So it's very important to know this. If you check the pandas data type documentation, you will notice that there's also specific data type 64 data types because the data type of our column is object rather than data type 64. We can tell that Python doesn't know that this column contains dates. So we can also look at just the data type of a column without printing the first 5 rows with just check the data type of our data column and its data types of, oh, it's an object. Now let's convert our data columns to data type. Now that we know that our data column isn't being recognized as a date, it's time to convert it so that it's recognized as a date. This is called parsing dates because we are taking in a string and identifying its component parts. So here we can say that this is a markdown here. Then, so as you see here, there are lots of possible parts of the dates, but the most common are percentage of the for day, percentage M for month, and percentage Y for 2 digits year, and percentage of Y with capital for a 4 digit year. So let's take some of examples here. So this is my example here. Let's select markdown here. So as we have already see that for a 2-digit year, so it's a percentage Y, and 4-digit year, we have a percentage Y but with a capital. So looking back up to the head here, yeah. So the dates column in the landslide data set, we can see that isn't in the format month, day, 2-digit year. So we can use the same syntax as the first example to parse in our dates. Okay, so let's parse here. So now let's create a new column, dates parsed with the parsed date. Let's copy this. Where it's here and of data parsed. So let's write dates and parsed. I think parsed equal to PD hot to data frame. Sorry, data type to data time, and also create this here of dates. The column, this is the column name. Choose format. It's equal to percentage and percentage day and percentage Y. So just copy this and put it here. Okay, let's execute this. As you see here, we have a problem. Dates time to, dates time to work. So now when I check the first few rows of the new column, I can see that the data type is a data time 64. I can also see that my dates have been slightly rearranged so that they fit the default order data time objects, year, month, and day. Now let's print the first few rows. To do this, put sorry, let's copy this, put it here, and for dates parsed. This copy this, just put it here. Let's head. So this is the results. So name is data parse and data type this time is a data time 64, not objects, as you see here. So Python recognize this time that this is a data time 64. It's a date, not an object. Now let's select the day of the month. So now that we have a column of parsed dates, we can extract information like the day of the month that a landslide occurred. So let's get the day of the month from the dates parsed column. So to do this, let's first of all day of month and landslide. Yeah, let's call it with landslide here. Equal to the landslide that we have of this data parsed. It's here. That's dt. It's data type, and that's day. Okay. Now let's see the five of this data month landslide. To do this, let's copy this and just put it here and select head. See the header, okay? So as you see here, we have name is data parsed and data type is float 64. Now, if we try to get the same information from the original dates column, we would get an error, attribute error. Can only use .dt accessor with date time like values. This is because dt.day doesn't here dt.day it doesn't know how to deal with a column with the d type object. Even though our data frame has dates in it, we have to parse them before we can interact with them in a useful way. So it's so difficult to do this. Just put it as markdown here. Okay. So we have say that dd.day doesn't know how to deal with a column with the type object. It's so important. Now let's see how to plot the day of the month to check the data parsing. We have a problem. We cannot just plot like this because we have none. So we need to remove all these nones. Okay, to do this, so we need just to use this word here and dot drop none. So for people who don't know Dropna, I've already put a video of this Dropna in handling video, so you can check it if you want. Now let's plot the day of the month. The day of the month. Okay. So I'm just going to use the SNS dot um this plot. Yeah, you can use a this plot or another his plot or another visualization. Okay, month. Sorry, landslide. Yeah, it's here, and we need the KDA. KDA. It's equal to false with capital. It can generate an error just for the capital means equal to I don't know 31 or 33 or okay, let's put 31 or 13. Okay, so here's the results. Here's the data parsed here as you see. As you see here, I've put a mark down here. We expect it to have values between 1 and 31, and since there is no reason to suppose the landslides are more common on some days of the month than others, a relatively even distribution. So just to know why I choose 31. You can choose 13. Thank you so much for joining me today. Wish be helpful for you. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content and more videos, inshallah.